I think we had similar, there's obviously a lot of contrast, but like say similar experiences in our 20s. That's what I wholeheartedly believe.
Meaning what?
If you look at it, it's where we are right now. We're in our fourth decade of living, which is crazy. And I think
Wild.
there's no decade that is more impactful to the rest of your life. And obviously, I can only speak to what I've lived, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's no decade more impactful to your life than your 20s. Like up until 10 didn't really affect me a whole lot in my in my 10s. My 10s didn't really affect my 20s a whole lot. Like I think like you still kind of figuring yourself out, you're learning, you're growing. But and I feel a lot of people can relate to this. Your 20s, there is a lot of things that can happen, and that in itself will steer the direction of your 30s, you know? So a lot of times I looked at my 20s as the time where I'm free. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go to school. I don't have to do this. It's, the first opportunity to have freedom.
Are you sure?
And I think a lot of us messes up, like we don't really do, and obviously they're outliers, but the, the 20s are so defining, and they will be the first decade I believe you truly remember more than the rest of your lives. I feel like people remember their childhood, yes. People really remember their teens, yes. But the 20s is where you really got to explore life and career, maybe. You get to really make your own choices because at least here in Canada and this part of the world, it's like you don't have a structured plan at this point. So who are you really, and what do you really care about?
Mhm.
And a lot of people think that if you don't have it all figured out in your 20s, life's over. And I don't know if that's necessarily true.